Okay, we are recording. So welcome everybody to our Wednesday night health chat. This month, our topic is men's health. And this is one that I was saying pre-call, I had invited some people and, I knew that some people couldn't come tonight, but some were going to try to come. But, it's really, I think this is a topic that's important because all of us, have some sort of relationship in different ways, whether it be, your father, brother, uncle, husband, spouse of some, friends that are male. And some of the slides I want to talk about tonight is talking a little bit about that, where sometimes it's harder for men to look at their health and to be open to trying different things. And that's kind of a blanket statement. So I hope that's not, something that anybody takes offense to. But I think that it's something that all of us, we need to look at our health and what we're putting in our bodies and diet, nutrition, and exercise. And I love that this month is Men's Health Month because this is where we are really focusing on that. And as you can see on the opening slide here, it's a Shackley talk that the company's put together. For those of you who don't know, can you do that again? I meant to advance my slide, not minimize it. There we go. For those of you who don't know me, I'm Rebecca Colby, and tonight we're going to talk as an overview of the different aspects of men's health that you or somebody you know might be interested in, important things like, diet and exercise, but also some health concerns that, you probably know somebody, if it's not you, that might be concerned about this or have issues with heart health or, memory and brain health or joint health and different things like that. And so, I encourage you, if you're listening tonight, maybe jot down names of the men in your life that you wish were on this listening, because I am recording it and I'm happy to pass that on to you. But for those of you who don't know me, I grew up with Shackley, and the supplement piece, what I call smart supplementation, we're going to get to halfway through the slides, just showing some ways that some of the issues that people might experience with their health might be addressed, or kind of some of the gaps being filled in with some really good quality supplementation through Shackley. For those of you who are not familiar, it's a company that I grew up with, and I've been on the business side sharing because it's so effective. If you guys are coming on, just feel free to mute as you're coming on. I'm just getting a little background noise. But so with the science, with the quality, with the integrity of what Shackley has to offer, that's what attracted my husband to the company 9 years ago when we were looking at safe cleaning products around our son, and we discovered Shackley then. And it's been something that's kind of over time snowballed, where it's just been very, very helpful to my family in different ways, including my husband. This is a men's health talk. And it's also been something that over time I've just casually, just organically shared with people, because that's what we do. So if you think of something that you want to share with somebody, just chat it down. And like I said, I'm recording this, so we can share it with them later on. But as you can see here, encouraging the men in your life to make their health a priority is, I know for some people that can be tricky. And according to a survey by the Men's Health magazine and the NCNN, 1/3 of American men do not go to the doctor for checkups. That's from the American Medical Association. And typically men tend to avoid doctors, prefer not to know, or don't see a reason to go. Encourage a mindset of proactive, preventive thinking is what we want. Now, I shouldn't just say men, because I know plenty of women that would prefer not to know and just kind of ignore symptoms. Sometimes I've heard that, I've seen that, and even with myself in the past, if something's going on, I'm like, oh, do I really need to go to the doctor, or can I just Google it? That's not always the best thing, by the way. Regular health exams can help to find problems earlier. So, just going regularly to the physicians to have some of these checkups and blood work done occasionally is I think important. So heart disease remains the #1 cause of death. So you really want to know your risk factors. I'm sure that you know a lot of these or heard of these, and they are different for men and women. So on the men's side, high blood pressure, high LDL cholesterol, the bad cholesterol, smoking, diabetes, being overweight, obese, poor diet, family history, that's definitely where I fall, physical inactivity, and excess use of alcohol. These are some of the risk factors that we want to, kind of be aware of. And, being proactive is really, really important. And I think that is just, knowledge is power. And again, Google's not always the best place to look. You really want to be talking, looking at reputable sites, but also talking to a physician if you're concerned about some of these things, knowing your numbers, blood pressure, cholesterol, triglycerides, BMI, blood sugar. These are things that your doctor can check on a regular basis or annual basis. If your BMI is greater than 25, commit to losing weight. And there are lots of different ways that you can check your BMI online. And we have a health survey that I'm going to talk about at the end that actually calculates that for you as well and gives you some suggestions. It's a free survey that I'm glad to share with you guys. And whether or not, numbers are elevated, you really want to set to follow a diet that's, healthy eating, exercise, goals with that, and doing those regular checkups and screenings can really make a difference. So if you're on a phone, these numbers might be a little bit small. I'm on my big screen, so I can see them, and I'll kind of read some of these off to you. But really want to know the numbers for healthy range. So I'm just going to kind of scratch the surface because there's a lot of information here. But with cholesterol levels, you want the good. Good levels are to have that total cholesterol less than 200. The HDL, which is the good cholesterol, 40 or higher, and the LDL less than 100. And you can see, if you're having high cholesterol issues, it would be 240 or higher. Of course, HDL is good, so we're not concerned about that number. But the LDL cholesterol, you want 160, or when it's too high is 160 or higher. That's high cholesterol. And now with blood pressure on the right of the screen, normal is below 120 with the top number, and the bottom number should be below 80. That's a really good number. And then if you're, kind of going into the pre-hypertension, 120 to 139 is the top number, to 80 to 89, and so on down the road. And a lot of people struggle with one or the other, even though they are eating healthy and they are taking care of themselves, just because genetics plays a role here too. So with prostate health, the PSA screening, you can look on the left side, it talks about, like the average risk, and then on the right side, age, to discuss the risks and benefits of prostate cancer screenings with doctors. So starting at age 50, that's what's recommended by the American Cancer Society. These are their guidelines. Men that are at high risk, which includes African Americans, and men with one first-degree relative with prostate cancer before age 65, they should be checked a little sooner at age 45. And if you're higher risk, which is one or more first-degree relative with prostate cancer at an early age 40 or around 40, you should be having that conversation, or perhaps having a screening to see if you're more at risk there or have any concerns. So there's 4 areas that we're going to kind of talk about tonight. Nutrition, that's a big one. I talk about that a lot with people. Heart health, that's huge for me because it runs on both sides of my family. I lost my dad a few years ago to heart disease. And mental focus, that also, Alzheimer's, dementia runs in my family too. I'm sure you have people in your family or that that might have some of these concerns. And joint health is a big one, and that's one that we're highlighting this month as well. So with nutrition, this is from the NIH. Men are less likely than women to recognize the health benefits of fruits and vegetables and their role in reducing the risk of many cancers, heart disease, high blood pressure, and diabetes. I'm going to talk about some ways to kind of, just blend in different fruits and vegetables into your diet where it's not this big chore to eat them. It's just kind of part of a lifestyle. And I will tell you that for me over time, and a lot of other people I know, the more you start adding that into your diet, your body taste starts to change, and you might even enjoy that if you don't actually enjoy things that are green or things like that. Taste can change over time, and that might surprise you. So think about yourself and the men in your life, again, father, son, brother, husband, friend. Do they eat enough fruits and vegetables? And this is from the NIH again. Only 4% say that they eat the 9 servings of fruits and vegetables a day that's recommended as part of a healthy, active lifestyle. So trends are changing. This slide was pretty interesting to me. Millennials are very interesting people to me. I'm not in that group, but they are more health conscious, which I think is great, and that's more than other generations, including mine. We have the Gen X where I am, and that's they're 14%, whereas the millennials are eating right by 24%, and baby boomers are in the 12% range there. And then with exercise, millennials are high again, 22%. Gen X is 14, baby boomers is 12 again. So good nutrition supports a really healthy lifestyle and also healthy weight. Healthy weight, I think, if you're not at a healthy weight, I think that can contribute to a lot of different issues that people might have. So how do we get there? Eating a variety of foods, including 7+ servings of colorful fruits and vegetables. Juice does not count. Often it's loaded with a lot of extra sugars and different things. Get plenty of whole grains, beans, legumes. Those are great to add to things. Choose lean meats, fish, poultry, non-fat, low-fat dairy. eat healthy fats. We have omega-3 fatty acids and monosaturated fats, olive oil, nuts, seeds. There's a lot of things that have a healthy fat. In moderation, that's okay. Avocado happens to be a favorite of mine. Avoid trans fats and fried food, and really minimize the intake of fast food. And that takes kind of effort on our parts. If you're used to kind of that fast-paced fast food lifestyle, maybe you travel a lot, and it's very hard to eat healthy traveling. I understand that. So you have to prepare for that. And if you're coming on the call, I'm just getting a little bit of background noise. If you don't mind muting either your phone or your computer, that would be fantastic. Okay, so making healthy food choices every single day can be really hard. Like I was saying, I have little kids and we're always on the go during the school year. It's very busy. It's so easy to do fast and convenient foods, but those are, of course, loaded with a lot of stuff that our bodies shouldn't be having all the time and get used to, really addicted to, in my opinion. So, but it's hard to eat perfect, if you will, every single day. I know I certainly don't. And so I'm going to talk about, I talked on the early part of the call how we're going to talk a little bit about the smart supplementation piece. And I've been using these products I grew up with them, but then kind of took a hiatus in college. I wasn't in that smart 20s group that is what we see in the millennials now, where they're more focused on this. I wasn't. And so it wasn't until about 9 years ago that I was in my 30s, and I started to use some supplements from Shaklee, because I was in a health crisis. I had just had my second child prematurely. My body was at its heaviest weight. I had low energy. I had mood issues, hormone issues, all different things. And this is when I started to fill in the gaps. And also it was my husband that, when he started to look into the science, and I should tell you that David is a scientist, he's a chemist, he's a pharmacist. He works at the University of Mississippi with the Natural Products Center and also the pharmacy department. And he works with natural products and dietary supplements and pharmaceuticals. So this is his area. He's an expert in this area. And when he started to look at the many, many journal articles and published papers that Shaklee has in medical journals and top scientific journals, he was blown away, to say the least. And he was the one that started taking Shaklee supplements before I did, because I was pregnant. And I thought, now I'm going to follow doctor's orders. And that was a mistake for me, because I wasn't healthy. I really needed more. My body wasn't getting what it needed for me or baby. And so it was David, my husband, that started to take the vitamins and started to feel good. And, started to, fill in those gaps with his diet, and had more energy, and really, thought this was just a very top quality product. Anyway, that's a little background on why we do this. But Vitalizer is the one that I started with after Benjamin was born, and I was in that health crisis. And we have a version for men as well, which is wonderful, and also people over the age of 50. So this one, you can see it's clinically supported with all the nutrients that your body needs to create that foundation for a healthier life. So filling in all the gaps and all the other stuff that we get in our diet. And I should also say that, our diet, even when we're eating healthy, or even if you're able to do organic, there's not always the nutritional value that we assume is in that tomato or in that apple or in that orange, because things are picked before they're ripe. Often if they're sprayed and different things like that, gassed, that dyed. So they're not really as pure of a piece of produce as it was maybe 50 or 100 years ago. So we really do need to be filling in those gaps. And this product here, this strip, supports heart health, immune health, joint, digestive health, prostate health, physical energy, and healthy blood pressure as well. So you're getting your multivitamin, you're getting your B and C complex in a sustained release, your omegas, which are so good for heart health and for brain health and for joint health, carotenoids, vitamin E for circulation, a probiotic for good, healthy digestion. And it all has this smart delivery system that you see here that's patented by Shaklee. So this is really what makes this unique, and why I love it so much, because all of these vitamins are coded appropriately to get where they need to be in the body before they break down for optimal benefit. And I'm 43 years old, and I feel better now than I did in my 20s when I wasn't using these products. And my husband the same way. I didn't really think about it until early today that I should have had him doing this talk. It would make sense to come from him, but I'm doing it because I usually do these, and I just that's what I do. But David would be glad to talk to anybody that's interested in talking more about, from a male perspective about any of this. But, you want to get to a healthy weight, and that's really, really important. Losing just 5 to 10% of your body weight can result in significant health benefits. Replacing 1 to 2 meals a day with a Life Shake, perhaps, and eating one healthy meal. Life Shake is something I'm going to talk about next. And it's another thing that I took when I was in my health crisis after my son was born, and it really helped me in so many ways. But, it contains 20 grams of plant-based protein for every day. It's powered by leucine, which is shown to burn fat but retain muscle mass, and it's just wonderful. It comes in a few different great flavors. It's non-GMO, helps with energy, with healthy weight, with healthy digestion, and you can see some of that here with the digestive enzymes that are in that. I've been pretty much for the last 9 years, every single morning having a shake. In the beginning, it was because of convenience, going back and forth to the hospital my son was in the hospital for a few weeks after he was born. And then it was because I thought, well, this is going to help me lose some of that weight in a healthy way, which it did. And then now it's just because I just love it so much. I feel good. I have so much energy, and it's just easy for me in the mornings when we're so busy, taking kids to school and going to activities. It's just easy to blend up a shake, and you can throw greens in it, and you can throw fruits and vegetables if you want to, or you can just have it as is with some, milk or even water. And it's super easy to shake up and go. And it's just a really, really good, clean shake. There are a lot of different supplements and shakes on the market, and a lot of them have adulteration and they're not regulated. So there's a lot of questionable ingredients or artificial ingredients. And, with anything with Shaklee, but I really like to highlight the protein because it's the building block of all cells in the body. You're getting a really, really pure product. And many, 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 many people have been using Shaklee shakes for decades and feeling good on them, losing weight, getting to a healthy weight, and just maintaining that. It's just a really great choice. Okay, heart health. This is, near and dear to my heart because it does run in my family. Heart health depends on choices that you make every day. There's a lot within your control, and there's some hereditary factors like what I have in my family too. Did I skip a slide? No, I'm sorry. And I just want to tell you a quick little story about that. Some of you know my family history and know about my dad, or maybe you knew my dad. He was a great guy, and when I was in the 5th grade, he was a smoker, and his father, my grandfather, had passed away from heart disease, and that was when I was 7 years old. So when I was in the 5th grade, just a handful of years later, my dad ended up having triple bypass surgery, and that was the last time he touched a cigarette. So I was really proud of him for that. Food ended up being a little bit more of his vice after that, but he was really, really, really sick at the age of, I think, 43, which is what I am now, 42, 43. And he lived another 30 years after that. And I know that my mom and I and our family, really, and my dad, if he were here, would tell you that he's thankful that Shaklee was in his life because it helped him for those years to have a high quality of life for many of those until the end there. So anyways, near and dear to me. But, stress is really a big trigger for heart issues. Overeating, unhealthy foods, smoking, drinking too much alcohol. Instead, replacing that with exercise, staying positive, meditation, unplugging from social media and life for a little bit, just doing some meditation or reading a book or going for a walk. And if you're not used to exercise at all, I always suggest pick something that you like and start small. Don't just think, well, I'm just going to start training for a marathon, because that might not be realistic for you or most people, but maybe just starting walking, 5, 10, 15, 30 minutes a day or every other day, and building up from there, finding something that you enjoy, that you'll stick with. Aerobic exercise has many benefits. This requires the heart to constantly pump, which is really, really important, and gets that muscle going, that heart muscle, stimulates the heart and the lungs, strengthens cardiovascular system. The American Heart Association recommends a minimum of 150 minutes a week of moderate aerobic exercise and 75 minutes of vigorous aerobic exercise. Now, again, any exercise program, you want to check with your doctor before you just jump into anything. And if you have been living a sedentary lifestyle, I would ease into this and ease up to this and talk to your doctor about that. But they have some suggestions here: brisk walking or hiking, jogging, running, swimming, cycling, dancing, and of course I'm going to throw in bowling because I like that. And I met a woman at a tournament not too long ago that said that over a year's time, she lost 100 pounds bowling, not eating the chicken wings and drinking the beer, as bowling has a bad reputation for that. You don't want to be doing that when you're bowling, but she was bowling, switching lanes every time, which we call league style, and she bowled 6 games a day for about, I think she said 5 to 6 days a week. Now that's a lot, but that was what she replaced her gym with. And she would do that and not sit down, constantly moving. You sweat when you do it. So, find something that you love and ease into it and enjoy it. It's really good for your body. Okay, I'm going to talk about one of my favorite supplements, Omega Guard. This is, if you've heard of fish oil or omega-3 fatty acids, that's what this is in this supplement. So it helps to reduce the risk of heart disease. It provides, a full spectrum of the 7 ultra-pure pharmaceutical-grade omega-3 fatty acids that are found in small cold water fish. It uses a proprietary state-of-the-art multi-step molecular distillation process. Basically, it goes through a 3-step process to make sure that all the, if there's any kind of mercury or lead or any kind of, heavy metals that our fish are swimming in and taking in, we don't want that. So that's all taken out, and it minimizes, with this product, it has a minimized odor of the fishy aftertaste that people complain to me about. Well, I've taken fish oil before. Is it going to make me have that fishy aftertaste? This one doesn't. Omega Guard, this product helps to maintain a healthy heart, cardiovascular system, triglyceride levels. It has the DHA and the EPA in it. It's really, really great. My kids take this too because it also can help with attention and focus and things like that. And it's pharmaceutical grade. This is an excellent supplement if you are concerned about any of these things, or even just as a day-to-day for people in general. I think it's a really great one to be taking. Okay, I talk about weight, and I'm going to keep talking about it because it impacts our joints, among other things, right? So you want to, the weight-bearing joints, which are our hips, our knees, our spine, are impacted by excess weight. So when you're carrying those extra 5, 10, 15, 50 pounds, whatever it happens to be for you, that puts a lot of pressure on those joints. So the higher your weight, the more stress is on the joints, and so losing weight obviously can reduce that. And the first time I heard this, I thought this was just crazy to me. It was eye-opening. Every pound of, that excess weight, or every pound exerts 4 times the pressure on the weight-bearing joints. So when you're carrying those extra pounds, you multiply that by 4, and that's what's putting pressure on your knees or on your hips or on your back. And that's something to really, think about. So I know people who, when they got off, just even 10 pounds, which that's not always easy to do. I get that. Taking off just that 10 pounds is like an extra 40 off of your joints, really putting that pressure, and they feel so much better. So what happens as we age? Excess wear and tear can cause the inflammation of the joints and can lead to degeneration of the joint. With age, we lose muscle mass, and that can also, continue to, you hear people talking about bone on bone because they're losing the muscle around the joint area, and then it's pushing, and then, people end up in surgery and things like that. So exercise, really great for maintaining healthy bones, muscles, joints. The loss of strength and stamina attributed to aging is in part caused by reduced physical activity. That's from the CDC. So again, I'm like a little bit of a broken record. Move more: walking, running, golf, tennis, other sports, bowling, swimming. That's a great one if you are having the issues, or if you carry a lot of extra weight. That's a great one to be easy on the joints. Cycling, another great one, and building the muscle up. Don't forget about that. A little bit of weight training, start small with that. That can really help to build and protect and support those joints. Maintaining muscle mass as you age, and core strength. That's really, really important as we age. It helps with balance and preventing falls, which can, of course, damage bones and joints also. So I love this supplement, the Advanced Joint Health Complex, which I don't want to forget to tell you. I even put the little bubble on there so I wouldn't forget to tell you. It's on sale this month in June. So if you're watching the recording and it's past June of 2019, I'm sorry that's not on sale then, but it's still an awesome product to get. But for those of you who are here tonight or listening soon to the recording, this is a great one. If you're having any kind of joint discomfort, and that includes neck pain, back pain, hips, any of your joints, knees, that's a big one. What this has been shown to work in as little as 5 days. The glucosamine component in that helps to maintain cartilage. That protects the cushioning, again, to avoid that bone on bone, protects that cushioning between joints, and allows them to move freely, keeps that, fluid motion and pain-free, and maintains healthy connective tissues. It has a lot of, these minerals and some vitamins that help with collagen production, and the connective tissue that gives strength to the structure of the joints. And it increases joint comfort. Boswellia extract is the important one there, to really relieve that comfort. Now, again, if anybody joined late or missed what I was going to say, I would like to hit this one on the head here because, in the past, people would say, oh, I'll just go to Walmart and get some glucosamine, or even I'll go to GNC. You want to know what you're putting in your body. And this is where my husband's expertise has come in handy for me, because not all supplements are created equal. Why we use Shaklee and why I do this, by sharing, supplements with people like this, is because it's such a great product that we stand behind because of the pharmaceutical standards, the third-party testing before, during, and after production. The science is there and the products work, or you get your money back if you're not happy. That is something that Shaklee stands behind. And there's so many supplements on the market that don't have that quality or that guarantee, and it's just basically, you don't really know what you're getting in the bottle because there's not regulations. So know that, you really get what you pay for in a lot of cases there. So the Advanced Joint Health Complex, which is on sale this month, is clinically proven. There's a published study. It's patented, it's fast acting, and the Boswellia part is shown to improve the joint comfort in as few as 5 days. You can see here comparing with leading brands, 28% better, rated to be 45% more effective at long-term joint comfort and providing up to 31% more ease of motion. It's just a really, really great supplement. So if you are somebody that has any kind of joint, neck pain, back pain issues, that would be a great one to try. And even better, combining it with our Omega Guard or that Vitalizer strip I talked about earlier, it works really great because they work good together. So a clinical study indicated that the combination of fish oil with glucosamine helps to significantly improve your overall joint comfort, and the amount delivered in the study can be found in just one daily serving of Omega Guard and the Advanced Joint Health Complex. So together they are better. And if anybody wants any of that science, if you're science-minded, not everybody is, I'm happy to share that, details, nitty-gritty stuff with you as well. Okay. I'm going to talk a little faster, even though I already do that, because I don't want to go too long tonight. I still have some information to cover. So if you have things, jot it down. If you have questions, or again, people that you wish were here, we can get the recording to them. So mental focus declines over time. This is something that's, again, near and dear to me because it runs in my family. So neural connections in our brains start declining as early as age 20. And by age 45, which I'm almost there, the decline occurs even more rapidly. So men had more memory decline than women after age 40, and male brain shrinkage was worse than for females after age 60. That's from the Mayo Clinic. Supporting brain health, how can you do that? Be active, be at a healthy weight, eat healthy, keep connected with people, be social, exercise your brain, do word puzzles and Sudoku. Is that what it is? You know what I'm talking about, those little puzzle things, and getting your reading. Knowledge is power, and that helps to exercise your brain and stress less. That's easier said than done, I know. MindWorks is something that came out with Shaklee about, I think, 5 years ago, and I was so happy because Alzheimer's does run in my family at an early age, and I'm concerned about it. So this is something that I started taking then, and it's been wonderful for me. It really has helped my mental clarity and focus. And I definitely recommend this for anybody concerned with it. But you can kind of see some of the data here where it decreases the rate of brain shrinkage, a consequence of aging, enhances the mental sharpness with better memory and focus. And it's 3 times better with the memory and focus, 30% lower shrinkage of the brain, and it's designed for healthy circulation, which is really important for our brains. So I'm not going to read all this. If you want these slides later, you certainly can get them from me and look at it in more detail. Supplemento is a really important thing that, for men's health or prostate health. I know some men who swear by this supplement. It helps to maintain proper urinary flow. It contains a stabilizer, a blend that is of saw palmetto berry extract and pumpkin seed oil and beta-sitosterol. And it's just a really, really great supplement that, like I said, I know some people that really have benefited from this. But if you are looking to support extra, get extra support with prostate health, this is a great one. In addition, eating more fruits and vegetables, getting to and maintaining a healthy weight. That's just like on every slide, right? Exercise regularly, discuss family history with your healthcare provider. Okay, so we are getting to the end. Actually, this is towards the end. The health assessment. I mentioned this at the early part of this chat. If you are interested in this, I'm glad, or the person that invited you can get you a link. It's a free online survey that takes 5 minutes, 20 questions. And I like it because at the end it gives you a comprehensive, personalized health assessment with some recommendations for you. And it's not kind of a blanket thing that, that gets cut and paste for you. It's actually personalized for you. And with that, we have a special going on right now through the month of June where you can get a free 7-day healthy cleanse. I should have put a slide on for the cleanse. I forgot to do that, but we have cleanses starting every Monday. You don't want to do it every week. You want to do it once or twice a year, but it really helps with healthy weight, cravings. If you're one that's not used to eating a lot of healthy foods, this will get your taste buds kind of changed and maybe off of the sugar and the carbs and the caffeine. It helps with energy. It helps with better sleep. It helps with so much digestion. And so Shackley leads a group every Monday, and I'm personally ready to do another cleanse. It's been a while, so I'm going to start mine on July 8th. So this would be a great time to get a free cleanse kit through the Health Print Assessment, and we can help you do that if you're interested. Just let us know. I'm just going to share a little bit on our story and why I do what I'm doing tonight, why I share and why I'm so passionate about it. I told you that it's been 9 years since we started this casually as a business. Benjamin, our youngest, was just born, or actually almost born. That's right, I was pregnant with him. And David started using the products before me. We had signed up as, kind of distributors to get, they had some deals, which we have tonight for you as well. And that's where it started. And it's just snowballed over the time that I've been doing this. And it's replaced, what I was doing as a music therapist, which I love. And I should say it's replaced it both income-wise, but also that what I needed to be helping people. I love working with people. I love talking to people. And that music therapy is a wellness profession. And Shackley is also a way that we can help and serve in that way. And so there's been many, many blessings to our family, not only health-wise, but just, I've been able to contribute financially, support my bowling habit, which isn't cheap, and contribute to our bills, which takes some of the, the pressure off of David, who is our breadwinner in our family. From serving in that way, we've earned our Shackley bonus card. This is our second one. We've gone on trips, this is at the New Directors Conference, which was a few years ago in California, and at a vineyard, and just a lot of wonderful things has come from it. So if you might be thinking that way, either, starting with some products or maybe even the business side, some of you might be thinking about that. We have some really great specials on both. So stay tuned on that. I just want to share a little bit of my friend Harper and her beautiful family in Chicago. And Harper says, the income from our Shackley business has given us the gift of an integrated life of faith, family, business. We're able to do what we feel called to do and not what we have to do. This business allows us to improve lives without compromising our values and our priorities. So I should have prefaced this. I always add some slides on about the business because I used to not do that. And then people will come to me a couple of years after using products saying, why didn't you tell me there's a business? I didn't know I could do this too. And I was just shy about sharing it. And now I'm not, because so many people are looking for extra income, maybe, an extra, to replace income or retirement income, or to take that special trip with your family, whatever it happens to be. There's something for everyone in Shackley. And I'm going to get to that, whether you want to just, maybe start with a couple products or maybe this, but it's flexible, it's simple, it's social, it's mobile. There's so much that you can do just from your phone, and it doesn't take up a lot of time, and it's fun. We have a fun team. Coaching others and leading a team, so you can see the different income opportunities. And again, I'm just showing this to you guys just to, let you know that this is an option for you, and what you do with that information is completely up to you. So you can see the different income levels, part-time hours, big time hours. And now, how do you see yourself fitting in? I want to just end with a couple things, because I mentioned we have some specials tonight. We have no join fee going on right now, where if you wanted to just try that vitalizer or the joint health complex or any of the things that I talked about tonight, just one thing, you can get that at 15% discount, which is our member price. Membership to Shackley is like joining Costco or Sam's Club. No minimum purchasing requirements. no monthly requirements, no annual fees. It's normally $20 to join one time, and that fee is absolutely waived with any purchase going on for a limited time right now. In addition to that, for those of you who might want to start with, a weight loss pack or something that, kind of gets you on the road to, losing that weight or feeling better, more energy, foundational health, there's something for everybody as far as that goes as well. And we have other product lines, there's skincare and there's children's health and there's sports nutrition and there's green cleaners. There's so much. So let me know if there might be some things that you want to talk more about there, but you can get a preferred membership, and that's $150 of any products you want, and you'll get those membership perks plus free shipping and an extra. With our group right now, we have a special running for a very limited time where you'll get a free product up to $50 of your choice. So that's a really nice offer going. And then for those of you who might be interested in the distributor side, even casually, just for you and your family, which is a possibility, just kind of buying from your own store each month and using products that you like and love, or use and love, that we have a no join fee right now. So that's going to waive $49.95 for you. You can become a distributor and get a business pack. And with that, you will get a free $100 product of your choice, free shipping. You can get the free cleanse kit. There's so much going on right now that I don't want to overwhelm, but there's a lot of great specials. So if you're listening tonight and anything caught your attention, now's a really great time to try it. And again, there's no obligation. Everything is 100% money back guarantee. So if there is anything that you're interested in, please talk to me or the person that invited you today, and we will help you with what fits best for you and for your family. And again, if you want the recording for somebody that should have been here that you wish was here, let us know that too, and we can get that to you very soon as well. So with that, I'm going to stop the screen share and then stop the recording.